seeing you sing when we met recently and some other artists made me inspired to actually devote more time to artistic. I play the piano. Like I
Yeah, I
spent
know. You told
eight
me, yeah.
years, yeah, 8 years in musical school, but I haven't played ever since because of, again, like it's this area is pretty suppressive, when you when at least when you go to a Russian musical school. I mean, they make you work big time, which is good, but it's just somehow, I didn't feel I want to create on this. But now I'm like, okay, I have the skill. I just need to rehabilitate, and continue, because I've always loved to play. I just didn't like when they made me perform when I didn't want to. This
Right.
is like something.
Well, that's an interesting point, right? Because like think about school, right? How many children enjoy school? Some do.
Yeah.
Amazingly enough, I've met some that really enjoyed school and excelled at it, but many didn't. And I certainly didn't enjoy school. And it took me a while to get over the idea of being forced to learn. And once I got over that idea that I had to learn, and I decided that I didn't know everything, surprise, surprise, even though I thought I did, that I could actually get better by learning. It really changed my life when I decided I didn't know everything and that I should learn. And it's much like that with music. Like you're forced to practice. You're forced to play things you don't want to play, and you develop a dislike for it.
Yep.
But then when you discover for yourself that what you liked about it and that you could do it, then it becomes a self-determined thing, and that's awesome.
I love it. I love it. And that's what happens to many of my students, by the way, because they might be like 40, 50, 60 years old at the moment. But when they were young, they've always wanted to, to speak English, to
Right.
feel free, whatever. And many of them might have the same thing with painting or with singing or with any other form of art, but
Yep.
it was suppressed. So would you say that it's never late? Because that's what I always tell my students. Okay, listen, it's never late to start. Like you literally,
Oh,
like
no.
a lot of my students are like, again, as I said, in their 50s and their 60s, and they are very much performing well in English. Like
Yeah.
they're doing very well. So would you say the same about art?
Fully. I would say that about everything, and it comes back to goals. If you set new goals all the time, and that includes learning, or maybe discovering a new instrument or discovering a new field of life. Dreams is what life is made of, man. If you don't have dreams, well, geez, you're a zombie.
Yep.
You know? There's no happiness if you don't have dreams. So I think it's really important to dream, and dream of the impossible things, because I mean, I know it's corny. I know it sounds kind of like Hollywood, but dreams do come true
Yep.
if you make them, if you work hard,
Yep.
you're
Exactly.
willing, if you're willing to sacrifice, if you're willing to not follow the crowd, because there is such a thing as a crowd, and uh, uh, you know, factually, many people are not happy in life, and they just work to make money and get drunk on the weekend, and or just watch television, and that's okay. But not everybody is like that. And so if you have a dream and you want to be different, don't be afraid to step outside of that and follow that dream and not care what people think, as I said earlier.